स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीनमांश् श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमामि पादाय वेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचविशेषादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So, welcome all the devotees after Kartik Yatra break, and some devotees were busy. So, we'll continue our discussion on Bhakti Samrit Sindhu, where we left last. So, small review we'll do before we begin. Okay. So, what we have been discussing till now, we gave introduction about the Bhakti Samrit Sindhu book. So we discussed that Bhakti Samrit Sindhu, what is the book's importance, that it is a summary study of the Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Samrit Sindhu. Srila Prabhupada has written NOD, Nectar of Devotion, as a summary study. And it is a book of definitions. We discussed that. One minute. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. We discussed that this is a book of definitions, and we discussed that in the Bhakti Shastri course, we discussed these four books, right? Ishopanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion. The last part we are discussing, and I'm very, very happy that some devotees are able to continue. They have crossed Ishopanishad, Bhagavad Gita, and NY, but after that they have dropped. So I noticed some of you are able to continue. So those who continue this will get the certificate, and also will be able to study NOD of Srila Prabhupada. So we discussed this, and then we discussed about how this Bhakti Ratham Sindhu actually is having Shri word in before that word Shri, because it is a representation of Lakshmi, Mother Lakshmi or Radharani. Okay, so we understand that this is a book which is personified form of Srimati Radharani, and many times Srila Prabhupada also told that. Okay, so what is the important uh, thing that we have to consider about Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is Rupa Goswami wrote this book for Sanatan Goswami, keeping it as a recreation hall for him. Vishram Mandir Taya is a Vishram Mandir of Sanatan Goswami, like that he has written in his book. And Rupa Goswami has written it not only for Sanatan Goswami, but all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Okay, for the coming Vaishnavas like all of us. Okay. And how did Rupa Goswami get this idea of writing this book? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he spoke essential concepts of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu to Rupa Goswami at Dashashwamedh Ghat. Okay. And where is this book located? This book is located at the of Rupa Goswami. Okay. So it is not that it is somewhere uh, arbitrary, or it is not there anywhere, or it is just a book. No, this book is located in the heart of Rupa Goswami, and Rupa Goswami took 19 years to write. And then Jiva Goswami has given his own commentaries on this called as Durgam Sangamini. And this is Rupa Goswami is one of the major works. Apart from Ujjwal Nilmani, this is a major work of Rupa Goswami. This we have discussed. And then finally we discussed about the definition of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Anvaya of this word. So we discussed that in Sanskrit we can say it as Bhakti Rasaha Sa eva Amritaha Tasya Sindhuhu. So this is a Sanskrit phrase. When we want to write in English, we have to go backwards. So Sindhu is ocean. Tasya of what? Nectar. Amritaha. Ocean of nectar. So this is the ocean of nectar. And which is that nectar? That is not Bhakti, nectar of Bhakti Rasa. No, it's not nectar of Bhakti, but it is Bhakti Rasa Sa Eva. That itself is nectar. So the definition will come as ocean of nectar. Which nectar is that? Bhakti Rasa. So finally, we concluded the book is this ocean of Bhakti Rasa. Okay, ocean of Bhakti Rasa nectar. Okay, ocean of nectar is the book name, and which nectar is that? Bhakti Rasa. So ocean of Bhakti Rasa is the definition of the book. This is what we discussed last time. Okay, now going ahead, we had also discussed about the phrase Bhakti Rasa Amrita and Sindhu. We discussed various things about that how Bhakti is devotional service, and Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan in his Bhagavad Gita commentary has given the definition for this Bhakti, which Prabhupada took it as devotional service. So he has said, Bhaj iti eshvai dhatu sevayam parikirtita tasmat seva budhay prokta Bhakti sabdena bhuyasi. So Baldev Vidyabhushan has given very nice definition. Bhaj iti eshvai dhatu. So this Bhakti comes from the word bhaj. Sevayam parikirtitaha. This reference at seva, the seva which one does in his life. Sevayam parikirtitaha. Tasmat seva budhe prokta. Those who are intelligent, they have said that seva bhakti sabdena bhuyasi is represented by the word bhakti. So that's why Srila Prabhupada has taken this definition of this the devotional service, not only devotion, but devotional service. Okay. And then we discussed about that how rasa word is related to experience, the experiences which we get in bhakti. Okay. And that experience is actually at the stage of prema, which comes. So rasa is technically defined in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu as that experience which one gets at the stage of prema. Okay. And what is rati? Rati is the experience which one gets at the stage of bhava. Like that. Okay. And then we discussed how this rasa later we will learn in the next the southern section of Bhakti Rasam Sindhu. Now we are learning the eastern section. Southern section, there we will discuss about how that the rasa is nourished by other four ingredients. Okay. That is thai bhav is nourished by other four ingredients like anubhav, vibhav, vivichari bhav, and sattvic bhav. So all these things when we mix with then we get rasa. And we discussed one example also. We discussed one example of making a sabji. Correct. So we make some sabji or even sweet rice. The main ingredient is something there like rice. But along with that, it is nourished by other things like milk, camphor, sugar. Correct. So they are all nourishing. If you eat only rice, you will not get the taste. So similarly, thai bhav itself will not give the taste of rasa. So it is to be mixed with other four ingredients which nourish it. And these four ingredients themselves also they will not be having that taste. Okay, this we discussed. And then Amrita. This word Amrita we discussed. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has given the meaning it as mellow. And we understand in generality like nectar. Sorry, rasa is mellow. Sorry. And Amrita Prabhupada has told as nectar. Okay. So what kind of literature is this book? This is a Padya where there are shlokas. Yes. And then we offered obeisances to Srila Rupa Goswami, then understood the how he is dear to Sarup Damodar Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he is very naturally beautiful, correct? And so many qualities of Srila Rupa Goswami. And then his mission of Rupa Goswami is Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam. He has known the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mind. We discussed the past time how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lovingly slapped him upon hearing that he has understood the heart while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was singing a apparently duet song, correct, in the Rath Yatra. Yes. And then Vishwanath Thakur has glorified Srila Rupa Goswami as Bhakti Purva Sthitatam tu Rasyam Pashyad Yadatadhi Tam Nomi Satatam Rupa Nama Priya Janam Harehe. He has told that how This bhakti has been experienced by many people in the past, but those they have experienced and they have gone to spiritual world, but nobody has explained it scientifically as Rupa Goswami has done. So he is offering his obeisances to him. And Jeev Goswami obviously he has written in the Bhakti Sam Sindhu commentary that obsessed by a desire to benefit all the devotees of the Lord. So this was the desire of Rupa Goswami to benefit all the devotees of the Lord. The esteemed author Rupa Goswami compiled remarkable work, the scripture called Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, using the rasa presented in Shrimad Bhagavatam, which appeared within the lotus bud of his heart. And how did it appear? Because of the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Dashashramedh Ghat. And we discussed about the reference that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually has given the teachings to Rupa Goswami that comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 19.136. Correct. So why is it an important book for Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya? Because it is a book of definitions. Correct. So it gives definitions of sadhan bhakti, Vaidhi bhakti, Raganuga bhakti, Bhav bhakti, Prema bhakti, Uttama bhakti, who are Uttamadhikari, who are Madhyamadhikari, who are Kanishtadhikari, what is the definition of rasa, what is definition of rasa itself, and then seven secondary and five primary rasas, what are their definitions. All these things is given in this book. So it's a book which gives precise definitions. Correct. Srimad Bhagavatam we discussed it like the thesis, which is the PhD thesis. But this book is like the textbook, which makes us understand what is given in Bhagavatam, how the rasa is interacted between Mother Yashoda and Balakrishna, like that. Okay. So now somebody may say, oh, Prabhuji, bhakti is for experience, right? Why we have to have definitions of bhakti? So here we discuss some points that if we don't have precise definition, we cannot talk also. Okay. So just like all of us understand what is the meaning of the word Bhakti Shastri. Okay. All of us understand, have an understanding, common understanding. Bhakti Shastri means what? It means the study of four books. But if it is not clarified between all of us that what is the meaning of Bhakti Shastri, what is the content of Bhakti Shastri, then we'll be in confusion that today which book is Prabhuji going to take. Okay, so we have all a common understanding what is Bhakti Shastri. So we will not fall in confusion. Similarly, for Bhakti also, when we want to experience or when we want to explain to others, when we want to study about it, all these things, what we will do? We will have to do it by proper definitions and then experience it ourselves. Okay. So here, one more thing we discussed that Bhakti, we may talk about Bhakti, but it might be totally different from the Bhakti which what actually one other person is thinking. Like there are maybe people who may be talking about Bhakti and thinking about Desh Bhakti. Some people may tell about Bhakti and think about Samaj Bhakti. But actually, bhakti has nothing to do with all these things, but it has to do only with Krishna and Vishnu and the paraphernalia connected to him and the devotees connected to them. Correct. Bhakti is only that. So, but people may have so many other different understanding. So that's why when we want to talk precisely about our philosophy and we want to explain it to others and understand it ourselves, then we need precise definitions. Okay. So the Nectar of Devotion we discussed, it's not a translation, but it's a summary study. And what did Srila Prabhupada say about his summary study? I can write whatever I want. Okay, so that whatever Prabhupada thought that it is important for people to know, that he expanded on the Bhakti part. And he did not expand so much on Bhava Bhakti and Prem Bhakti. So whatever he felt that is more needed for the audience, that he expanded. Whatever he thought that is not important, he condensed it like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we saw also some examples that okay, we are saying that there are books like Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So Prabhupada already condensed this book, right, into a small book NOD. So should we study Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Yes, we should study. How? Because Srila Prabhupada wrote teachings of Lord Chaitanya, but he did not remove Chaitanya Charitamrita. He kept the original book. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada wrote Krishna book, but he did not remove the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Even though it is summary study of 10th canto, even though teaching of Lord Chaitanya is summary study of Chaitanya Charitamrita, but originals are still kept. And Srila Prabhupada mentioned also that he wanted to write a full commentary on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu many times. So It's not that when we have got nectar of devotion, then it means that we need not study Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu now. No, that is not the meaning of this. The meaning is that those who are sincere and more serious should study Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also. Okay, apart from nectar of devotion, like that. Okay. So now today we will discuss about the preface and introduction part of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So till now, whatever we discussed, anybody has any questions on that? You want to ask anything or comment anything, correct anything? Okay, no problem. So then we'll go ahead with the today's discussion about the. So if you have the book, I will discuss something today. And I remember telling last time that devotees can read and come. Bhakti Sam Sindhu preface and introduction. So today we will start with that part, and then next class, that is tomorrow, then we will go to the chapter, the second part where we will discuss the definition of pure bhakti. Okay, so today we will do the preface and introduction some part. Okay, so what we have done here is this PPT is actually made by Balram Shakti Pro. So Prabhuji has done what is taken important parts of the PPT, the book NOD, and put it in different titles, Bhakti and Rasa and Amrit and Sindhu, wherever Prabhupada has spoken that. So we will do this and we will continue our same style of reading line by line and explaining. Okay, so I will ask one devotee to read and then devotees can read. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah, Kishore Madhav Prabhu, would you like to start?
Muted. Srila Prabhupada says Bhakti means devotional service. Mitam cha sarvam cha vacho hi vagmita iti. Essential truth spoken concisely is true eloquence. Uh, Bhakti connotes devotion or love, and love implies service, activity to please the beloved. Thus, devotional service is an eloquent definition of Bhakti. Srila Prabhupada says the basic principle of the living condition is that we have a general propensity to love someone. No one can live without loving someone else. Nobody prepares.
Yeah. So Shri Prabhupada says Bhakti means devotional service. That we discussed from Baldev Devotion also saying that Bhajiti Shivai Dhatu Sevayam Parikirtita Tasmat Seva Budhay Prokta Bhakti Sabdena Bhuyasi. Okay, that how this Bhakti is very, very succinctly in true eloquence. Prabhupada's devotional service. So mitam cha saram cha vacho he vagi. So Charitamrita Adi Leela, Prabhupada has said. So essential spoken concisely is true eloquence. Mitam cha saram cha. Okay. Saram means concisely. And that which is essential. Spoken concisely is called Vagmita, true eloquence. Okay. So Bhakti, Srila Prabhupada writes in NOD, connotes devotion or love. And love implies service. Correct. Many times we have heard Srila Prabhupada saying that love or devotional does not only mean that I have a feeling for somebody, but it also means that we do some active service, right? Activity to please the beloved. So we will see this word when we come to the definition of Uttama Bhakti. Srila Prabhupada also reads Anushilanam. Okay, Anu plus Shilanam. So this word specifically means activity, whether it or it is physical. Means it can be through words or it can be through actions. So that detail we will see there. But Anushilanam, correct. So that word where we will discuss, there will come to understand what is this activity. Why Srila Prabhupada writes it as activity? Why he is focusing so much on activity? Because devotional service means some activity. It can be either at the mind level or words or actions. Okay. So what is another thing Srila Prabhupada said in the preface? The basic principle of the living condition is that we have a general propensity to love. So Prabhupada gives many times the example the people, if they don't love God, then they will love dog. In America, we have people just taking care of the dog. correct, and not about the Lord or about Krishna or Vishnu, but they want to just take care of the dog. Correct. That is the example Prabhupada gives many times. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji, please continue.
Uh, Srila Prabhupada says, in the primary stage, a child loves his parents, then his brothers and sisters, and as he daily grows up, he begins to love his family, society, community, country, nation, or even the whole human society. But the loving propensity is not satisfied even by loving all human society. That loving propensity remains imperfectly fulfilled until we know who the Supreme Beloved is.
Yeah.
Love can become all embracing only when we understand that Krishna is the supreme beloved. He is the root of all creation. By embracing him, one successfully embraces everyone as pouring water on the root of a tree successfully nourishes every leaf and branch. Srila Prabhupada says the nectar of devotion teaches us the science of loving everyone of the living entities perfectly by the easy method of loving Krishna.
Hmm. Yes, thank you very much, Prabhuji. So Prabhupada has told this whole part of the anodi preface. He is focusing that love is very, very important for any living entity. But if it is misdirected, then it is not satisfied. Okay. So how can one love everybody? Is by loving the Lord. What is the example Prabhupada has given? Okay, this is example. So that we have heard many times that watering the root of the tree can nourish all the leaves and branches and everything. Correct. So that is the easy method, Prabhupada is saying. Bhakti is the easy method of loving all the living entities by loving Krishna. Hmm. Yes, Prabhuji. Please continue. Okay, maybe somebody
Srila
else
Prabhupada
rest
says,
the part.
yeah, okay, I'll complete
Prasanna
this.
Gopal Prabhu, would you like to read?
Yes, Lord. Srila Prabhupada says the word rasa used in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is understood by different persons differently because the exact English equivalent is very difficult to find. But as we have seen our spiritual master translate this word rasa into mellow, we shall follow in his footsteps and also translate the word in that way. In a way. The relationships are comparable to fruits. The pleasure we taste in the relationship is the juice, the mellows, the rasa. The taste of a fruit is what attracts us to eat it. Similarly, the force that attracts us to a certain activity or the relationship is the taste we enjoy in it.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. So now Prabhupada is explaining this word rasa. So in following the footsteps of his spiritual master, he has translated this word as mellow. Okay, and then he has also explained in his own words what is this meaning of the rasa. So in his own words, Prabhupada is saying relationships are compared to fruits. So like we have a mango fruit, correct? So the mango fruit is there, but what attracts us to the fruit is the
Juice.
taste, correct? So whenever we hear the word mango, correct, what we think about is the taste of the mango. Actually, we don't think about the seed of the mango. We don't think about the color of the mango. We don't think about the structure of mango. What we think about is actually the taste which we experience while eating it. Correct. That's what attracts us. Similarly, here Prabhupada is saying relationships are compared to fruits. The pleasure we taste in these relationships is the juice, the mellow, the rasa. Okay. So this whole fruit is like the relationship, and the rasa which is there in the fruit. Okay. That is the pleasure in tasting. Okay. That is the pleasure in tasting the fruit. That is called the rasa. And then he says this rasa is that this taste is itself that which is attracting us to eat it. Okay. Similarly, in any relationship, when we have the force that attracts us to a certain activity or relationship is the taste we enjoy in it. So it may be with father, mother, or anybody. Okay. The taste which we get in relating with the other person is what makes us do some certain activity. So when we relate with the Lord, when we enjoy some taste in doing service for the Lord, in relationship with the Lord, to that extent we can have the activities for the Lord, body, mind, dedicated to the Lord. To the degree we are enjoying the taste of our relationship with the Lord. Okay. But many times devotees themselves, they have this problem that can we have a relationship with the Lord? It's very, very advanced stage that we can relate with the Lord. So Prabhupada is telling in the beginning only here. Okay, and in future also when we will discuss about Uttama Bhakti definitions, okay, there also we'll discuss more about this. But relationship is something that one will have to think about, because that is what is going to be final attainment in the spiritual world, is a relationship with the Lord. Okay. So devotees may ask, okay, but how do I know when I have to start? So it is nothing artificial. Okay. As one practices bhakti, it will be shown. It will be like we say, na, uh, the bhakti arises in the heart like the moon. So Chandra Uday, like that Uday, that Uday will happen in the heart as we go keep on doing bhakti. The relationship with the Lord will be awakened in that. Okay, that is the meaning.
Srila Prabhupada says, yeah, Srila
Yes,
Prabhupada
yes.
says, driven by affection for his wife and children, family man works day and night. A philanthropist work in the same way for the love of the greater family, and a nationalist for the cause of his country and countrymen. That force which drives the philanthropist, the householder, and the nationalist is called rasa, or kind of mellow relationship, whose taste is very sweet. There are two kinds of rasas: bhakti rasa, the taste relished in the devotional service of to Krishna, and mundane rasa, the taste enjoyed by the sense gratification. Bhakti rasa is incalculably superior taste. Not only is it superior to sense gratification, it is limitless superior even to the bliss of spiritual emancipation.
Yeah. So now Prabhupada is explaining with an example the previous statement. What is the previous statement? There we saw the relationship, whatever taste we get, okay, that attracting us to do something. The previous statement. Now he's giving one example. These things are happening in a family man. Okay. So driven by affection for his wife and children, a family man works day and night. Correct. He is doing some activity. So the ship in which he gets some taste. Okay. In this relationship, there is some taste, and then there is some activity he is doing. Okay. So that's what Prabhupada is explaining through an example. And then another example he gives is that a nationalist, he works for the cause of activity because he has relationship with the country. Philanthropist, he is doing some activity because he has some philanthropic taste. Householder, he is doing some activity because there is a relationship with wife, children, father, mother, all these things. Okay, so this is how Prabhupada has told in his NOD preface. And then he explains further the two kinds of such tastes: relationship, mundane relationship, and spiritual relationship. In spiritual relationship, we get bhakti rasa, taste which is relished in the devotional service. So, family man, the household. So, devotee can bhakti rasa, sees the family members as devotees. But if he sees the family members as mundane people or the source of sense gratification, then mundane rasa. Okay. So it is based on our consciousness that what from the family members or the people around. Correct. Devotee as the object of service to the then bhakti rasa. Okay. And then taste of relishment of devotional service will come. That section will come. The representatives of the Lord are not connected to the Lord or the source of sense gratification, then material rasa. Okay. Like that. So and Prabhupada explains bhakti rasa is infinitely superior taste. Bhakti rasa is much, much than mundane. not only is it sense gratification, okay, it is lessly bliss of spiritual, that is liberation. Okay. So, Prananda, there are three there, that is uh, Nityananda, Brahmananda, and Vaishya. So this liberation is compared to an of enjoyment. Bhakti rasa. Brahmananda is the drop. Okay. Metal players even a drop. Mirage. Okay, let's go ahead. Hmm. Yes, Prajuk. Prasanna Babu.
Oh, yeah, Prabhu, actually, have you changed the slide? It is not reflected to me. Okay, now it is reflected. Okay. Srila Prabhupada says, if Brahmananda or the happiness of becoming one with the Supreme is multiplied by 1 trillion fold, it still cannot be compared to an atomic fraction of the happiness derived from the ocean of devotional service. NOD. Mundane rasa. The mundane rasa has two qualities: bhoga tyaga, uh, oscillation between the enjoyment and the renunciation. And then chapala sukha, the flickering duration of happiness.
Yeah. So Prabhupada continues in NOD to define rasa. It's the now previous thing he's saying that Brahma is a drop. Similarly, one fold compared to the bhaksa. And Bhakti rasa is so big, so there is no comparison. That is okay, one drop liberation. Yes, and now continuing, Prabhupada says Mandin rasa. So Bhakti rasa, we have to still come in the section what and what are the but finds here it has two divisions. It has two qualities. First is bhoga means enjoyment. Tyag means renunciation. That is oscillation. Just oscillate with bhoga and tyaga. So we can see whenever we have the metal towards like some metal conscious towards the prasad. So sometimes we like
The voice is breaking, Prabhu.
Your voice is breaking. I don't know it's for everyone or
Yes, 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 same to me.
we generally that item is there, then we try to enjoy it a
Um,
lot and with a metal
Krishnapati,
consciousness.
this last example, your voice was breaking. That when we have some like enjoying mentality for prasad, after that,
Okay, is it now speaking still? Yeah, yeah. So when we have some enjoyment, we know what when that item is there, we eat satisfaction. Okay, because it's so by itself that Bhaktivinoda Thakur has that our enjoy should be okay. So he has invested consciousness in the prayers. So when we have the consciousness with Thakur having the prasad, then same thing that our consciousness also will be gradually. Yeah. So now oscillation between enjoyment, we see that we enjoy sometime, and then after eating that item or that object or enjoying that object, then we ourselves get that tyag renunciation towards it. But after some time again, after one after a year or something, we again try to enjoy it. So Prabhupada gives another place, another example that a mother understand there in bearing 9 months in the womb. Okay. And she says that I don't want to again have this condition. But we see that again she is pregnant after a few years. Correct. So this is the example Prabhupada is given many places. That we can understand that there is oscillation between enjoyment and renunciation. And then what is the characteristics? Another mundane rest is flickering. It is there, it's not there. We leave that object or that object will. Okay. So that is the short which one we have. Yeah. Yes. Shri Gangaputru Prabhu, are you okay? If you can read.
Mundane rasa versus bhakti rasa. Bhog bhog tyaga. Neither enjoyment bhoga nor renunciation tyaga is the natural position of the soul. Therefore, one cannot remain permanently situated in either. One will oscillate between the two, finding satisfaction in neither. In contrast, bhakti rasa is the natural position of the soul, and thus one can remain satisfied there perpetually without oscillation. Chapala sukha, the happiness sukha of mundane rasa is always temporary and flickering. Chapal. Even the greatest material pleasure must end at death. In contrast, the pleasure of bhakti rasa does not flicker.
Yeah. Because he's continuing to write about explaining this bhog and tyaga. So he is saying not sustainable. Not a Brahman as a first person. Okay. So he is talking obviously about the renounced person in the material world and enjoying parentality in the material world. Both are not both renunciation and enjoyment is not the natural. What is natural position of it is being a servant of Krishna. Okay. So that is the natural to be or Vishnu. Therefore, one cannot remain permanently situated in either. Yeah. So in contrast to this, there is Bhakti Rasa which we discussed is like the ocean. Okay. And this was like a drop. So, but the ocean one, and we will see in the fourth verse, Rupa Goswami will explain that how this ocean devotees are like Makara. Ocean. Okay. That of the soul. And thus one can be satisfied their purpose. Yeah. And he explained second characteristic, Chapal Sukha. These are the first characteristics, Bhogatya. He explained the mundane rasa is all flickering. Okay, even the greatest material pleasure ends at death. Correct. So either we will leave that, I said, or leave us. But that uh, breaking is to happen if it is material. Okay, and Bhakti rasa is not because it is relation Lord
Sorry, Prabhuji.
soul.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Now voice is coming. Is it coming now?
No, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, actually in between continuously breaking, Prabhuji. Sentences are not
Continuously
clear.
breaking. The internet. Hare Krishna. How is it now? Is it okay?
Yeah, Prabhuji, now it's better.
Okay. Let me know if once more it breaks, then I will change it. Okay. Okay. So now this Bhakti Rasa, it does not flicker. Why? Because it and the Lord. So this is solely the and the Lord eternal. So when we establish a relationship between Lord and the soul, relationship is so whether this lifetime, next lifetime, or hundreds, what you have done in relation with the Lord, that will remain. Okay. Now we will look at the next term, Amrita. Prabhuji, please.
Srila Prabhupada says, Bhakti Rasa, however, the mellow released in the transcendental living service of the Lord does not finish with the end of life. It continues perpetually and is therefore called Amrita, that which does not die but exists eternally. NOD. Amrita also means nectar, a tasty beverage which makes one deathless. Devotional service not only bestows eternal pleasure, it is also the process of achieving eternity. Eternality.
Yeah, thank you. Prabhupada explaining the third term, means which is dying or death, means not. So there is no, that is called amara. Mara means that Mara means that one dies. Mara means that who will not die. So it's not that demigods will die, but they have long life come to us. That's why they are called Amara. Like that, yeah, Amrita. Amrita here as nectar. Amrita. Okay. So how the religion transcendental. So what he is to? He is comparing the Bhakti Rasa with the mundane. So Melo transcendental loving service of the Lord does not end of life, but mundane rasa finishes. So bhakti rasa continues perpetually and is a amrita. So bhakti rasa and then last term will be Sindhu. Yeah, and amrita also means nectar, which is yeah, Prabhupada has taken nectar of devotion. Yeah, so it's a what? It's a taste rich, deathless. So by practice, deathless. Correct. Like we have the shloka that for devotees, by rising and setting of the sun, the days are not lost, but he becomes closer and correct. So that is there in the second category. National service, eternal pleasure. It is also the process of achieving eternal. Yeah. So soul, when it connects to Lord, it attains eternal relationship with the Lord. That is eternal pleasure. Yeah. Whole term Bhakti Rasa Amrit Sindhu. Yes, Prabhu, please read.
Srila Prabhupada says the material pleasure derived from devotional service to Krishna is clearly superior to material sense gratification. One may sometimes manage to procure a few drops of sense pleasure, but there is an entire ocean, Sindhu, of the nectar of devotion easily available to everyone always. By understanding the nectar of devotion, one can dive deeply into the ocean. And
Yeah. So here is saying that what is this Bhakti Samri Sindhu? That word Sindhu that now focusing on. So
Prabhuji, again your voice is breaking, Puja. I don't know for other or at least for me.
Yes, breaking.
says
Hare
that
Krishna.
the nectarian pleasure derived to Krishna is clearly. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just change my internet. 1 minute. Mm, Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, now I change my internet. How is it now?
Now it's okay. Puja.
Okay. Okay, let me know again if it breaks. Okay, continue. Okay. So now Srila Prabhupada says the nectarian pleasure derived from bhakti. Bhakti is devotional service. To Krishna is clearly superior to material sense gratification. That is Bhoga, Tyaga and Chapal Sukha. Okay. So it is greater than that. One may sometimes manage to procure a few drops of sense pleasure, which is like a mirage. Prabhupada has told many places that few drops also are not actually there, but he imagined it is there. But there is an
No
Hare
voice.
Krishna. No, I said for you.
No voice.
Arun Pro, you may have to contact Prabhu.
Yeah, there was some internet problem. He will be joining again.
Hare Krishna. Okay, sorry, my laptop got shut down suddenly. Okay. Yeah, so here we were discussing, right? Yes, so one may procure some drops, which are also like Mirage. Okay, keep yourself muted. Yeah. But there is an entire ocean, Sindhu. So the last word Prabhupada is explaining now. Okay, Bhakti we discussed already, Rasa discussed, Amrita discussed. Now Sindhu is being described. Of the nectar of devotion, easily available to everyone, always. By understanding the nectar of devotion, one can dive deeply into that ocean. So Prabhupada is inviting all of us. Okay. So he's giving an open invitation to all of us that it is easily available. Kindly come. Everyone can come. Always they can come to understand this nectar of devotion and dive deeply into the ocean of the Lord, into that ocean, and then establish one's relationship with Lord by understanding this book, and then derive the taste in that relationship, and that is rasa. Establish oneself in a rasa to taste that relationship. That's what is the book about. Okay, anything anybody wants to ask, question, or any comments you want to give before we go ahead?
So,
Bhakti, Rasa, Amrita, and Sindhu. These four terms we discussed till now.
pose you one doubt.
Yeah.
Melos, in one of the slide you said melos is the Bhakti Rasa is unflickering and mundane Rasa is flickering.
Correct.
Chapala Sukha. So even like the doubt, like I was just thinking that Bhakti Rasa also in this current stage, whatever I am there, so that Bhakti Rasa is like a flickering. Like whenever I go in the association of devotees or do certain very devotional service strongly, then that small drop, some drop we experience as a Bhakti Rasa, but that doesn't remain for long time. So it's also like
Correct.
the current stage. It's like a flickering only. So the doubt comes like in this human life or in this life itself, can it be uninterrupted? Just like it is said that is Bhakti Rasa is of course in its next slide it was clarified that the flickering is in the sense of eternality. Like after death also it remains. That is the idea behind that. But in this current life also, is it possible to experience Bhakti Rasa uninterrupted? So very like it's like it doesn't look like possible, but we have examples of our acharyas also in current scenario also, who are engaged in like uninterrupted devotional service. So we see that. So will that path will be discussed in NOD, or do you want to say something here at this stage?
Yes, Prabhu, yeah. So basically, Prabhupada has told that depending on the intensity of one practice, one can attain the higher stages. So what you're talking about, uninterrupted enjoyment, that starts from the stage of nishtha. Okay, so Prabhupada has told us that at the stage of nishtha there is uninterrupted connection. Okay, because 75% of the anarthas are gone. Okay, and then the person is more stable. And then there is ruchi, asakti, and then there is bhava. So when one reaches bhava, he has a relationship with the Lord already. Okay, sthai bhava he has reached. Either as a vatsalya, madhurya, or sakhya, or dasya, or in shantarasa is not there, but in the first four. There is relation established at the stage of bhava. Then there is no interruption. But as one progresses from nishtha to ruchi to asakti, the interruption is less and less. So there cannot be one formula for anybody. We can say that this life it is possible or not, or how many life it will take. Depends on the intensity and consciousness of the practice. So that's what I will say. It is very, very individual, Prabhuji. And as it is becoming uninterrupted, we will know ourselves that it is becoming uninterrupted. Like you are knowing it is interrupted. Now, after some time, it is interrupted. All of us know our bhakti is getting interrupted. And when it is uninterrupted, also you will know.
Yeah.
Okay, is it okay?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and in this book, as you are asking, yeah, in this book, science will explain that how interruption and uninterruption, all these things happen. Okay, but practice one has to do
Yeah.
to attain them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Shri Gangaputra Prabhu.
Thank you.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare
In the
Krishna.
first part of slide, when we were explaining about Bhakti, first part,
First
everybody is
part or
like,
first slide?
first slide, I don't know, somewhere in the part of Bhakti.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Prabhuji,
What was discussed there?
everybody has the propensity of loving. So Prabhupada is giving the example of like how child
Uh-huh.
identifies. First he identifies with brother, sister, then slowly
Correct.
he, then it goes on expanding. So
Correct.
Prabhuji, like we say, individually, before coming to Krishna consciousness, we also came across so many people, very influential people, politicians or film stars. So when we hear about them or when we see such a kind of thing, immediately we get attracted and we develop the love. But we don't find
Mm.
this for me in bhakti. After hearing so many years about Krishna and acharyas, we don't find that much strong bond. That could be might be because of anartha or what could be the reason for you.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, very genuine question. Yeah. Because we have been in the material world since time immemorial, Anadikal. So the dirt is surely there. Cheta Darpana Marjanam has to happen for us to establish that relationship and then feel that experience as we are feeling so much connected to the material world. But connecting to the spiritual world, that has to happen yet. So we have started the process. We are under the shower, taking bath. Dirt is getting cleared. So when the dirt will be cleared, the relationship will start getting established. And that same propensity of love towards the material world will be transferred to the relationship in the spiritual world. That will start happening. So we have to keep patience and follow the process and try to do Uttama Bhakti, not cover our Bhakti with karma and jnana. At the same time, don't commit aparad, Vaishnava aparad. Then it will go ahead. Okay, Praji.
Yes, yes.
Okay, anything else? Yeah, Arun Prabhu.
Like we have read that if Brahman and pleasure, which is like becoming one with Supreme, is multiplied trillion times. So I wanted to understand that, like, what exactly does it mean to merge with the Supreme or to become one with the Supreme? Because one cannot become Krishna. So what is it exactly? Exactly. Like
Yeah,
in Bhakti, we understand that we will go back home, back to Godhead, serve Krishna there in different rasas. So where does these people go?
yeah, they will go to the Brahman and stay there as the individual soul. What the whole process is defined as the all the material elements in the body are merged into the material elements as one person goes krama mukti. Okay, that explained in second canto that earth, water, air, ether, fire all will be merged in the different layers of the as one crosses the earth. If you have seen that diagram of the universe, so this is our earth. Okay, in this there are different layers. Correct. Earth, water, air, ether, fire. Then there is mind, intelligence, false ego. All these 8 layers are there, and this is our universe. Okay. So as one goes beyond this, so each of the elements of his body get merged into respective elements, and these are not like dead envelopes. They are all full of enjoyment. Okay, just like we have heavenly planets, very enjoyment. So these are all full of enjoyment, and these Krama Muktas, these people who are wanting to get liberation, they'll go ahead and enjoy in each of these layers, and then submit their respective bodily parts, bodily elements in each of the layers, and then they will go ahead with only the soul to the Brahman, and there they enjoy through the senses of the Lord. They enjoy through the senses of Lord while staying in Brahman. Okay, so they will stay there and they will be enjoying through the senses of the Lord in the Brahman. Okay, so nobody can remain without enjoyment. So there has to be some enjoyment there for them to stay there. So they enjoy with the sense of the Lord. This is explained in by, I think, I don't know the reference as of now. I can send it later with Baldev Vidyabhushan. I think he explains in the Vedanta Sutra, Govinda Bhashya.
Like enjoying with the senses of Lord, with the senses
Enjoying
of Lord, through in
through,
the sense they will
through.
serve the Lord's senses, but that is devotee.
No, 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 no. They are not serving anybody. They are sitting there and they are only
Acha.
enjoying through the sense of the Lord. They are not serving anybody.
Can I say like a boy who is a boy, a young boy, adult boy who is not working, he is eating, sitting and eating the what father is bringing at home, or the father is earning. He's sitting and enjoying. But
Uh,
a good
uh.
boy will work, serve his father, and enjoy. Can we say like this? Like, or is it a fully mental speculation?
No, no, no. Yeah, good example. Yeah, can be said like that. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
the
good.
person who is doing service is like devotee. The person who is just sitting and enjoying, he also have followed the path that Father has given in some other scriptures to attain Brahman, to attain liberation. But he did not understand the heart of the Father. That Father wanted to establish a relationship. Okay, but he is there at home, that Father is happy. But he has not gone out of home, like he is not in the middle world at least. He has not gone away, like he is not a prodigal son. He is there at home, that he is happy. Yeah. Okay.
One more thing to like we have read that this the force that drives the philanthropist, the householder, nationalist is called rasa, and
Mannin
it
Rasa.
is it appears sweet, and you added that Prabhupada says that it is mirage. Actually, it does not exist. So,
Correct.
if, like what I understood is here Prabhupada is comparing. He is comparing the rasa that a person gets in this material world from different sources, and the bhakti rasa which he gets from spiritual sources. Is it?
Correct. 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 Correct.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
The further part of the preface and introduction. So Eastern section, first wave. Now, what happened? Yes. So what is the first wave? Concerning an overview of Bhakti. Okay. So this Prabhupada is actually included in his preface and introduction itself. There is no separate chapter dedicated for this. But Rupa Goswami has put it in the, as I told, Eastern section has 4 waves here. Yeah. So this is the first chapter. Each wave is compared to the chapter. So first chapter, last time we discussed chapter 1 is the overview of Bhakti. Okay, Samanya Bhakti. Chapter 2 is about Sadhana Bhakti. Chapter 3 is Bhava Bhakti. Chapter 4 is Prema Bhakti. So now first chapter actually Prabhupada has taken it into his preface plus introduction itself. Okay, he has not given it a separate chapter. Chapter 2 onwards, Prabhupada will start the chapter 1. Okay. So according to Rupa Goswami's thing, we are going. So he has invoked Mangalacharan before starting the chapter 1. So what is Mangalacharan? Say Mangalacharan hai trividha prakar, vastu nirdesh, ashirvad, namaskar. Okay. So that is the three objectives of Mangalacharan. Means invoking auspiciousness. What should happen? Vastu nirdesh. Nirdesh means to indicate or to give direction towards what? Vastu. Vastu means the object. What is the object of the book? Who is the person going to be explained in the book? Second, Ashirvad, blessings or Falashruti. Okay, what is the result of reading the book? That will be given in the Mangalacharan. Because anybody wants to know, right? What will I get? What is in it for me? Correct. So any activity we do, everybody wants to know what is in it for me. So before the book is read, the Acharyas will give explanation what you will get after reading this book. And third, Namaskar, offering of obeisances. Obeisances. To whom? To Guru, Vaishnavas, and the Lord. So these three are the parts of the Mangalacharan. Yes, Kishore Madhapuru.
I have one doubt that when you are taking us through the course, the book what we are referring is this, correct, now basically.
Yes, Nectar of Devotion. Yes.
Nectar of Devotion. And in that summary, they classified based on part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, basically, correct now. And waves has been mentioned on page
Correct.
462 only, basically. So how do we follow what you are teaching with respect to book reading?
Yeah. So part 1 is this one, Prabhuji. How many chapters part 1 has in your book?
19 chapters.
Yes. So these 19 chapters are the syllabus for Bhakti Shastri.
So part 1
Okay.
means first wave, is it so?
Part 1 means Eastern section, Prabhuji.
Okay, Eastern section. Okay.
Yeah. And Prabhupada divided into 19 chapters. Rupa Goswami has given it as 4 chapters.
So in syllabus we have only this part, Eastern section.
19 chapters. Yes. After
We-
that, self-inspiration.
Okay. So we have to focus on 19 chapters first, right? No?
You have to focus on 19 chapters for marks and for establishing relationship with the Lord,
Yeah.
whole book.
Right.
And that Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta, nowhere other after 19 chapters you will get.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Clear?
Clear, Prabhu, yes.
Okay. Yes. So first wave is the chapter 1 of Rupa Goswami, not Prabhupada's. Okay. I will tell which all chapters will come as we go ahead. It may contain 5-6 chapters also. This is one chapter of Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami has divided only 4 chapters. Prabhupada has taken that 4 and expanded into 19 chapters. Okay. As we go into summary study. So he divided it as per his convenience, as per his audience. Okay. And we are studying NOD only, but there will be some things we will take from Rupa Goswami, some shlokas, wherever it is more explanation, like important definitions like Uttama Bhakti, more examples. That time we will take. Any other question?
Like what you are mentioning, Mangalacharan and everything. Part 1, where we will, because part 1 it starts with chapter 1, characteristics of pure devotional service, no?
No. We are still in preface and introduction, Prabhuji.
Okay.
I told already that this part, what we are discussing, okay, this Mangalacharan is preface and introduction only of Prabhupada. Prabhupada will start from chapter 1 of Rupa Goswami. I told chapter 1 of Rupa Goswami is still in preface and introduction itself. So what to speak of chapter 1? Mangalacharan obviously will be there in the preface and introduction.
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct. Before chapter 1, there is Mangalacharan of Rupa Goswami. So this whole thing is in preface and introduction. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a shloka I told from Chaitanya Charitamrita, which Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami has given. शयी मंगलाचरण से मंगलाचरण है त्रिविध प्रकार vastu nirdesh ashirvad namaskar. And then in 24th shloka he says what is the vastu nirdesh. तृतीय श्लोके करी वस्तुर निर्देश यहाँ है ते जानी पर तत्वेर उद्देश. Okay, उद्देश्य. What is the purpose of this book? Paratattva. In the third verse, I indicate the absolute truth. Tritiya shloka of Chaitanya Charitamrita we are saying, who is the ultimate substance, Paratattva. With such a description, one can visualize the supreme truth. Haite jani. By knowing that Paratatvera Uddesh, one can understand the supreme truth. And what is the shloka? First shloka of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And what is the object of this book is defined in this very first shloka. Akhil Rasamrita Murtihi Prashrimar Ruchiruddhatar Kapalihi Kalita Shyama Lalito Radha Preyan Vidurjayati. Yes, somebody can read the translation. Deepali Mataji, would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Akhila Rasamritamurti Prashrimara Ruchi Ruddha Taraka Kalita Shama Lalito Radha Preya Viturajay. Krishna, the destroyer of all sin and the bestower of all bliss, the very form of the highest bliss filled with all rasas, exhales all others in glory. He brings Taraka and Palika under his control by the diffusion of his beauty. He accepts or embraces Shamala and Lalita as his equals and gives pleasure to Radha by his excellent quality.
Correct. Thank you. Yes. So here the book is describing the Vastu Nirdesh. This is Vastu Nirdesh Shloka. Who is going to be the object of the book? This person. Who is he? Akhila Rasa Amrita Murti. He is embodiment, Murti. Of what? Akhila. Total. What? Rasa Amrita. He is embodiment of all rasas. Who is that person? That person is called as Vidhu. Okay. He is called as Vidhu. Who is Vidhu? Is Krishna. Vidhu refers to Krishna. Okay. So the object of the whole book is one person called Krishna. But which Krishna? See, Chaitanya Charitamrita, which Krishna is there? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srimad Bhagavatam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Which Krishna? Vasudeva Krishna. But for this book, not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not Vasudeva Krishna, but which Krishna? That Krishna, which is embodiment of all rasas. Who is that Krishna? That Krishna is actually Vraja Krishna. How do we know? As we go ahead in this book, we will know that is only Vraj Krishna who gives the five rasas all. Madhurya ras he gives. He has Vatsalya ras. He enjoys Sakhya ras. He enjoys Dasya ras. And he also enjoys the Shant ras. That is only possible in Vraja. It's not possible in Vaikuntha to enjoy Madhurya ras and Vatsalya ras as Krishna enjoys in Vraja. And even Sakhya ras. Okay, so this is the object of the book. That Akhila Rasamrita Murti, the person is Krishna, who is the embodiment of all rasas. Okay. Yes. Please read this. Yes, Deepali Mataji.
Why does Krishna show these four supreme qualities? That it destroys suffering.
Okay. Just 1 minute. This is actually four supreme qualities is explained with respect to the word Vidhu. Okay, that I skipped that explanation because Prabhupada has not taken in his book. Okay, that's why this question is coming. What are the four qualities of this person, Vidhu? He destroys suffering, he surpasses all, produces all happiness, and source of all. Okay, yes. Yes, please read.
Because he is Akhila Rasamrita Murti, form of supreme bliss, Amrita Murti, since it contains the 12 rasas, Akhila rasa.
Yeah. So what are the 12 rasas? 7 secondary and 5 primary rasas he contains. So that's why it's called Akhila Rasa Amrita Murti, form of supreme bliss. Yeah. So where is the proof that he contains all the rasas? So Rupa Goswami gives the proof, and Jiva Goswami has quoted that in his commentary. So this is Shrimad Bhagavatam 10.43.17. So we will read. Mallanam Ashnirninam Naravarah Trinam Smaro Murtiman Gopanam Swajano Satam Chitibhujam Sashta Sopitro Shishuhu मृत्युर्भोजपतेर्विराद विदुषां तत्त्वं परम योगिनां वृष्णीनां परदेवते इति विदितो रंगम गतः साग्रजः. So very easy shloka. Okay, so what to what meaning here is there? Please read.
Mallanam Ashnir, the wrestler as Thunderbolt, Virya rasa. Nrinam Naravar, main of Mathura as best of males, Vishmaya rasa. Trinam Ro Murtiman, women as Cupid, Madhurya rasa. Gopinam Swajano, cowherd boys as their relative, Sakhya and Hasya. Ashatam Kshiti Bhujam Shasta. Impious rulers as a chastiser, Rudra rasa. Swapitro Shishu, his parents as their child, Vatsalya and Karuna rasa. Mrityur Bhujapate, death of Kamsa, Bhayanak rasa. Varada Avidusham, that is unintelligent as Virata Rupa. Vibhats rasa. Tattvam Param Yoginam, yogis as absolute truth, Shanta rasa. And Vrishnam Paradevata, Vrishnis as supreme worshipable deity, Dasya rasa.
So this is a proof that Krishna is the embodiment of 12 rasas. 12 rasas existing in Krishna. Okay, this is a shloka Rupa Goswami has quoted. So now the question arises, okay, if there is all 12 rasas in Krishna, then why this verse is saying Radha Priyan, Vidhur Jayati, Karita Shyama Lalito, Radha Priyan, Vidhur Jayati, all the gopis names are given. Why? So here it's understood that Shant Rasa contains Shant Rasa. Dasya Rasa contains both Shant as well as Dasya. Sakhya Rasa contains Sant, Dasya and Sakhya. Vatsalya contains all the previous three. And Madhurya contains all the five. So when we say about Madhurya Ras, it's not only about Madhurya Ras, it's also about other four rasas which are included in them. The reciprocations of Madhurya Rasa include all the four previous. Okay. So that's why the shloka is referring only to those people who are in Madhurya Ras. That does not mean that he's focusing only on Madhurya Ras and this book is of Madhurya Ras. No. That contains all the other four rasas also. Okay, that is about Vastu Nirdesh. Now we'll go to the second part of the Mangalacharan. Namaskar, offering obeisances. What constitutes Namaskar? Whom do we offer obeisances? So here it says Chaitanya Charitamrit, CC Chaitanya Charitamrit, Adi Lila 1.20. Granthera Arambe Kari Mangalacharan, Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan, Tinera Smaran. Correct? These three things I told. Guru, Vaishnava, and Lord. Tinera Smaran. So what are the benefits of offering Namaskar? Tinera Smarana hai Vigna Vinashan. Vigna Vinasha. Anayase. Without any effort. Haya Nija Vanchita Puran. Fulfillment of one's own desires. Correct. Fulfillment of desire and removal of obstacles. How do they happen? Anayase. Without effort. They will happen. Yes. So now the first part. of Namaskar part A. So Namaskar, let's say as 2. Okay. And that first part is offering obeisances. Here Bhagavan. Okay. Offering obeisances to the Lord. Okay. This is Rupa Goswami's original shloka in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. The second shloka. This is 1.1.2. What is the meaning of 1.1.2? This one refers to the first section. Which is that section? Eastern section. What is this one referring to? This one refers to chapter 1. Okay. Basically, Rupa Goswami says it as wave, first wave. And this 2 refers to what? The shloka number. Is it clear? Like we have Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, second shloka. Similarly here, first section, eastern section, first wave, shloka number 1, shloka number 2 here. What are the first shloka? Akhil Rasamrit Murti, Parshimara Ruchira Ruddha Tarka Pali, Radha Preyan Vidur Kalita Shama Lalito Radha Preyan Vidur Jayati. That was the first shloka. This is second shloka where he is offering obeisances to the Lord. First shloka was Vastu Nirdesh. This is offering obeisances specifically to the Lord. What is shloka? हृदयस्य प्रेरणया प्रवर्तितो अहं वराकुरूपोऽपि तस्य हरेः पदकमलं वन्दे चैतन्यदेवस्य. Yes, okay, somebody can read the translation. Arun Prabhu?
I offer my respects one day to the lotus feet, Kamalam, Padakamalam, of the Supreme Lord in the form of Chaitanya Dev, Hare Chaitanya Devasya. Though I am a wild person by nature, Varat Rupapi, by his inspiration within my heart, Hridi Yasya Prerna, I have undertaken this work. Pravartita Aham.
Yeah, so Srila Prabhupada also has mentioned these things in his preface and introduction. But I have just quoted the shlokas here. The original shloka Rupa Goswami has created. Okay, so he is offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. Which Supreme Lord? Prerna Parvatam Varak Rupopi Chaitanya Devasya. To the Chaitanya Deva. He is offering obeisances. Okay.
Prabhu, I have a question actually.
Yeah.
To previous slide, what you mentioned, the
Hmm.
112. But where on the book can we find this shloka actually 112? Because there are no shlokas in the entire BRS book actually, an NOD book.
Yeah. See, Prabhuji, Chaitanya Charitamrita is a book with shlokas.
Right.
You will not find shloka in the teaching of Lord Chaitanya. Srimad Bhagavatam is a book with shlokas. You will not find shlokas in Krishna book.
Okay.
Bhakti Rasamrita is a Sindhu is a book with shlokas. You will not find shlokas in NOD.
Okay.
So
So we have
these
to refer BRS, original BRS also, not NOD, right now. See what we.
So like teaching of Lord Chaitanya, there are no shlokas. That's
Okay.
just summary study.
Okay.
If you want to see shlokas, you have to see this book.
See, okay.
Krishna book, you will not find shlokas.
Right.
You want to see shlokas, you see Srimad Bhagavatam.
Got
NOD,
it.
you will not find shlokas. You get in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.
But for the study part of it, we have to also refer BRS along with NOD.
No. You don't have to refer Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu at all.
Okay.
I have just kept here original shlokas just for our easier understanding and more depth understanding.
Got it, Prabhu.
Okay,
Got it.
but NOD is the what you have to refer in exam.
Right. Yes, I got it, Prabhu.
Okay, if some other teacher was teaching, you would not have seen these shlokas maybe.
Yes, I got it, Prabhu.
That's why.
Thank
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, please continue, Arun. Prabhu.
The author of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sri
So
Rupa
yeah,
Goswami,
title also it read.
Srila Prabhupada on these words. The
Yeah.
author of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sri Rupa Goswami, very humbly submits that he is just trying to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, although he humbly thinks himself unfit for this work. That should be the attitude of all preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement, following the footsteps of Sri Rupa Goswami. We should never think of ourselves as great teachers, but should always consider that we are simply instrumental to the previous acharyas, and simply by following their footsteps, we may be able to do something for the benefit of suffering.
Okay. So where does this word come from? So Srila Prabhupada has taken this from this Varaka Rupopi. Here, Varaka. Varaka Rupopi. What is translation? Though I am a vile person by nature. So Prabhupada has taken that, expanded in his book. That's why he's telling that should be the attitude of the preachers of Krishna consciousness movement in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami. So we are Rupanuga. Correct. We should never think ourselves as great preachers. Like Rupa Goswami is not thinking. He's thinking I'm a vile person. Okay. And consider ourselves simply following in the footsteps. We may be able to do something for the benefit of the suffering humanity. Okay. Yes. Now, offering obeisances to this is Mangalacharan part B. Offering obeisances to Guru. Okay. So this is the third shloka of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Vishram Mandir Tayatasya Sanatan Tanurmad Ishasya Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bhavatu Sadayam Parmodaya. Yes, please read.
May this work, named The Ocean of Nectar, composed of Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, always Sada serve as the recreation hall, Vishrama Mandiratya of my Lord. Ishasya, manifested in the form called Sanatan Goswami, Sanatan Tano, for his pleasure, Pramodaya.
Yeah. Yes. So this is obeisances to Sanatan Goswami, who is like his Siksha Guru. Okay. Like that. He is considering it as recreation hall for him. Yes. And now he is taking the obeisances to the devotees, Vaishnavas. Sorry, C. Okay. Obeisances to Vaishnavas. Yes. This is the fourth shloka of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindho Charatah Paribhut Kala Jalabhyah Bhaktamakaraan Asilita Mukti Nadikan Namasyami. Yeah, please read.
I offer my respects to the devotees who are like Makaras, kings among fishes. Bhakta Makaran Namasyami, frolicking Charata in the sweet ocean of devotional rasa, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, who disregard the insignificant rivers of liberation, Ashilita Mukti Nadikan, and who are free, Paribhuta, from fear, Bhiya, caused by the net of time, Kalajal.
Yeah. So what are the three characteristics of devotees that Rupa Goswami has told here? So who are they? First thing, they are frolicking. Where? In the sweet ocean of Bhakti Rasa. Bhakti Rasamrit Sindho Charataha. Second thing, what they do? They disregard. Asilita Mukti Nadikan, insignificant rivers of liberation. And third, they are free. Paribhuta. From what? Bhiyaha, fear. Yashoda Bhiya Ulukhalad Dhavmanam. Correct. Yashoda Bhiya. Peering of Yashoda. Ulukhalad Dhavmanam. Ulukhal, the grinding mortar. Krishna is Dhavmanam. He is running. So that word Bhiya is here. So devotees do not fear. What be of what? Net of time. Kala Jala. So these are the three characteristics of the devotees Rupa Goswami has explained in this shloka. Yes. Okay. Now Prabhupada is going to speak about this verse. Somebody else can read. Others are not available with video. I don't know. Should I ask? Bhakti Leela Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read.
Srila Prabhupada on this verse, great devotees and acharya compared to shark in the great ocean of nectar, Bhakta Makaram. They do not care for the various rivers of liberation, Asilita Mukti Nadikan. The ocean can be compared to liberation and the rivers to all the different paths of liberation. The impersonalists are dwelling in the river water, which eventually come to mix with the ocean. They have no information. However, that within the ocean, as within the river, there are innumerable aquatic living entities.
Yeah. So ocean is compared to liberation. So there is the ocean, and then there are various rivers coming from different sides. Okay, different paths. So, but the devotees are never interested in these rivers of liberation. Okay, but impersonalists, they are dwelling in the river waters. Yeah, continue.
The shark who dwell in the ocean, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Charata, do not care for the rivers which are gliding down into it. The, the devotees eternally live in the ocean of devotional service and they do not care for the rivers. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Charataha.
Yeah, so the ocean is there where the devotees reside. And they do not care for the rivers which is coming to the ocean, which are the impersonalists' path of impersonalists. So they devotees who are staying here, they never go towards the ocean. They are not interested. Why? Because they are happily frolicking in the ocean. Sindho Charataha. Correct. Say they are not going towards the liberation oceans. And this word shark, actually Prabhupada has translated the word makara. Makara exactly is not shark, that is explained as a fish with a lion's head kind of thing. Okay. But yeah, Prabhupada has taken equivalent in the modern world because modern people don't know what is makara. So he has taken it as shark. And now Ashirvad, the third part of the Namaskar. Correct. First was Vastu Nirdesh, that is Akhil Rasamrit Murti. Second was Namaskar, Guru, Vaishnava, and Chaitanya Devasya, Lord. And third is Ashirvad, giving benediction. What will happen when one studies this book? There is the fifth shloka of Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. मीमांसकः वडभाग्ने कथीनाम् अपि कुण्ठयन् असौ जिह्वां पुरतौ सनातन सुचिरं तव भक्ति रसामृतो बुधिः. Okay. Yes. Isha Mataji, would you like to read? If you are there. Okay. Anuradha Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Sanatana, may your ocean of bhakti, rasa, tava bhakti, rasamritam bodhi, remain for a long time. Spurutaha, yes, Sushritam, restricting the harsh arguments of the proponents of karma and jnana, just as Mimamsaka, just as the ocean restricts the flame, jivam of the uh, Vadava fire,
Yes.
Vadava Agni.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Right.
So he is offering a benediction that this book is already he has offered to Sanatan Goswami. Tava, yours, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It remain for a long time. What it will do? Restricting the harsh arguments of the proponents of Jnana and Karma, Mimamsakaha. Okay, it will refute their arguments. Just as the ocean restricts the Vadava fire. Vadava fire, sometimes we have seen there is a volcano in the ocean. Okay, somewhere near, I don't remember, but South America, there is a very big fire in the ocean, volcano in the ocean. What happens due to volcano in the ocean? The smoke is coming out, but due to vast amount of waters, okay, there is no effect on the ocean, even though there is a volcano inside. So the volcano is compared here to Mimamsaka, proponents of karma and jnana. They are not able to do anything to the vast amount of waters of the ocean. Okay, like that. That is the comparison which Rupa Goswami has given. Okay, so the benediction is that it remains for a long time, he is praying, and then it will restrict the proponents of karma and jnana. Yeah. Okay. Please read this. Anuradha Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada on this verse, uh, Srila Rupa Goswami prays to his spiritual master, Srila Sanatana Goswami, for the protection of Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, the ocean of the pure nectar of devotional service, from the uh, argumentative logicians who unnecessarily meddle in the science of service to the Lord. He compares their arguments and logic to volcanic eruptions in the middle of the ocean, in the midst of the ocean. In the midst of the ocean, volcanic eruptions can do very little harm, and similarly, those who are against devotional service to the Lord and who put forward many philosophical uh, uh, thesis about the ultimate transcendental realization cannot disturb this great ocean of devotional service.
Yeah. So same thing Prabhupada explained in his words that they are unnecessarily meddling in the science of service of the Lord. Who? Those were Gyanis and Karmis, Mimamsakas. So he has said that Rupa Goswami has compared these arguments and logic to be volcanic. Vadabagne hai. Correct. Volcanic eruptions in the middle of the ocean. So there is very less effect on the ocean, very little harm because the ocean is so huge. Okay, that's what Prabhupada also explained. So that's if these false theories, philosophical arguments cannot disturb the great ocean of devotional service. That is the analogy explained. Okay. Now having completed the Mangalacharan, now Rupa Goswami explains the division of the books. Grantha, Vibhaga, what are the divisions of the book? So we already discussed a part of it. Now we will see properly. Contents of the book summarized. So this is the Grantha Vibhaga. So in this we have the NOD, first 19 chapters. Okay, Eastern section. So this whole book is divided into four sides. Like we have any ocean, it is divided into four sides. Eastern, Southern. Okay. Just 1 minute. Okay, so we have the whole ocean. Okay, divided into four sides: Eastern, Southern, Western, Northern. Okay, so we go in the cyclic order. Okay, so first is Eastern section, then is Southern, then after that Western, and then last is North. And this is the same path which Lord Chaitanya took also during his tour to South India, right? Correct. So that way we can also remember. So the Vaishnavas also they circumambulate circular in the keeping every devotee all the sthan, all the auspicious things on their right, like with two production of Tulsi Devi. Correct, like that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took this path also. So that's how Rupa Goswami also taken it. Eastern section first. Prabhupada has taken it as first 19 chapters. Four things are there. So Rupa Goswami is divided into four chapters, as I told, chapter 1 to 4. The first is overview of devotion, which is there in the preface and introduction of Prabhupada. And then this is devotional service in practice, that is sadhana bhakti. Then there is bhava bhakti, and there is prema bhakti. Okay, service in practice, service in ecstasy, and service in love of God. Okay, these are chapter titles Prabhupada has given. And this is the syllabus for Nectar of Devotion Bhakti Shastri course, eastern side. Okay, southern side is the southern section here, which will give overview of rasa. What are the components of rasa? Vibhav, Anubhav, Tatvik Bhav, Vyabhichari Bhav, Thai Bhav. So these are the various constituents of rasa. The rasa is made up of these five things. About this little detail I will tell in the next slide. Then western side. These are the explanation of the primary rasas. Now these are the five constituents of rasa. They constitute rasa. But what types of rasa are there? What types of flavor are there? Like there is strawberry flavor, there is vanilla flavor, there is mango flavor, there is orange flavor. So these are the different flavors which are there by different combinations. Okay. So neutrality, Santras, servitude, Dasiras, friendship, Sakyaras, parental, that is Vatsalras, conjugal, Madhurras or Ujjalras, like that. That is defined in the Western section, sorry. Okay. So last one, the northern section is having the secondary rasas, the secondary rasas which assist the primary rasas. They are all assistants to this primary. Who are they? Laughter, Hasya, Vismaya, Virya, Karuna, Raudra, Vibhatsa, fear is Bhayanak, Vibhatsa, ghastliness, mixture of melos. That is, uh, what is that? Yeah. Mm, Anga and Angi concepts. Yeah, correct. The concepts of mixture. Okay, we'll see that sometime later. Okay, if at all. And distorted melos. That is the distorted means which are not favorable to each other. Okay, favorable mixtures, unfavorable mixtures. Yes, we can say like that. Favorable mixtures like there is laughter with sakhya. Correct. They are favorable mixtures. Correct. And there can be some other favorable mixtures like compassion with vatsalya. Correct. These are all favorable, which is there in the 8th chapter. 9th chapter distorted are like fear with sakhya. They will not go together. No friend will fear Krishna. So they are incompatible mixtures. That is in the northern section. Okay. So what is our syllabus? Is this only. NOD chapter 1 to 19, which is our syllabus is this only. First wave, that is Samanya Bhakti, General Bhakti, Overview of Bhakti. Second is the Sadhana Bhakti, Vaidhi and Raganuga, two types of it. Third is Bhava Bhakti. Fourth is Prema Bhakti. These are the syllabus for NOD. And we'll take little bit from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu where original shlokas are there and some commentaries of Jiva Goswami. Otherwise, 90% it will be Prabhupada's book. Okay. Any questions on this Grantha Vibhag? Is it clear what is the whole book about and what part we are studying?
Yes, sir. Now it becomes quite clear before we start now. The confusions are cleared now, actually. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So little explanation about this southern section. Here it's there. Okay. What does this southern section contain? What are the ingredients? Okay. Ingredients of rasa. Okay. What are the ingredients? First is vibhava. Vibhava has two parts, alambana and udipan. What is alambana? Alambana is something which we take shelter of, or which we like sometimes we take the shelter of the wall to stand. Alambana. Okay. One which we are taking shelter and standing. So there can two kinds of shelter, Vishaya Alamman and Ashraya Alamman. Vishaya Alamman is Krishna and Ashraya Alamman is the devotees. And there is Uddipana, which is also called as instigations. Okay. Like somebody, Mother Yashoda sees the foot matlab, chappal of Krishna. Then she immediately gets remembrance of Krishna. Vatsalya Bhava arises by Uddipan. So this is the first insight. And from here, based on the Ashraya and Vishaya, the further things will arise. So Vibhav, okay, is the basic term. Okay, Anubhav is that which follows the Vibhav. Anu means follower. Whom this follows? This follows the Vibhav. So Vibhav first gets instigated by Uddipan. And what is the instigation doing? Based on the relationship. If it is Madhurya Santaras, Dasiras, Sakyaras, Vatsalras, whatever. Whatever is the relationship. Based on relationship, there will be Anubhavas. Anubhavas are what? Voluntary actions of love. Like Mother Yashoda may want to We know the pastime where Krishna, she thought is walking is in the forest and so many pebbles are pricking his feet, correct? So similarly, Mother Yashoda, what she got a anubhav, she got a thought that I will make slippers for Krishna. Correct. That is a voluntary action she wants to do, like that. But a Sakha, if he thinks about this, same thing, same in Udipan, that Krishna is getting pricked by stones, what they will want to do? They will want to lift him on their shoulder and carry him. Correct. And similarly, those who are Dasyaras, they will do something else. Those who are Vatsalya, Madhurya, everybody will do some action. But their actions will be based on their rasa. But everyone wants to take care of Krishna based on their relationship. And these are called Anubhavas, which are followers of the Vibhav. Okay. And then there is Sthai Bhav. Okay. This is a foundation. Okay. This is a foundation. That's why there is Madhuri Ras, there is Vatsal Ras, Sakhya Ras, Das Ras. And Shanti is not so much as Sthai Bhav. Shanta. Why? Because it's not a relationship. It's just a some, you know, just like trees are there in the Vrindavan. So they just are expressing their awe and reverence for the Lord being in Vrindavan. Even small children who cannot speak, they are also called in Shantaras. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu explains later in the Shantaras chapter. And many of the yogis and jnanis which later become devotees, they don't attain Brahman, they go to Vraja or Vrindavan and they become like trees and stones and they just appreciate, oh, Lord is so great. There's no relationship like that. But they became devotees at the later stage of their lives. So details is there in that chapter. Interested devotees can see that chapter. Yeah. So yeah, this is called Sthai Bhav. That is basic relationship with the Lord. Okay. So based on the basic relationship, there is Anubhavas, the voluntary actions. And there is some involuntary actions called Ashta Sattvic Vikar, like crying, hair standing on end, choking of the throat. All these things happen. And as we go from Shanta to Madhurya, the Sattvic Bhavas are more. They increase. So initially there may be one only in Shantaras maybe. In Dasaras there may be two Sattvic Bhavas awakened. Shantaras there can be, Sakhyaras there can be four. And Vasaras there is five Sattvic Bhavas awakened. Madhuryaras all eight are awakened. Okay. So this is explained in Bhakti Rasam Sindhu. But all the Ashta Sattvic Vikaras are possible in Madhuryaras. And even Vasalya they don't have all of them. There may be maximum five like that. Okay. And there is Sanchari Bhav. What is Sanchari? Sanchari means transient. Transient means which are coming and which are going. Like anger. Sometimes Mother Yashoda become angry on Krishna when he breaks the pot. Like, and then she want to bind him. Okay. And there is laughter between sakhas. It's not that always they are laughing, but they are sometimes it comes and goes like that. Okay, there is karuna that comes in the vatsal ras. Sometimes it comes and goes. So they come and go. They are all generally the secondary rasas. Okay. So these are the five ingredients of rasa. So rasa, actually there is Thai bhav. Thai bhav is one entity. This is nourished by the other four. This is nourished by other four, and what comes out is rasa. Okay, who are the other three? Vibhav. Then there is Satvik bhav. Okay. Then there is Anu bhav. And there is who is remaining? Vibhav. Vibhav, Anubhav, Satvik bhav, Sanchari. Sanchari bhav. Okay, these four nourish Thai bhav, just like you have hand. So there are five fingers. The palm is like the sthai bhav, and the fingers are like the sanchari, sattvic, vibhav, anubhav. They all nourish this sattvic bhav, and what comes out is rasa. Rasa is what? Rasa is the experience. Experience where? In the relationship. Okay. So experience in the relationship is called the rasa. This is the whole science of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu explaining the rasa. Okay. I don't know how much I could explain properly, but there are some technical terms, and whatever I could, I tried to explain. Okay. Any questions on this? Okay. So then next time we will start with the definition of Uttama Bhakti. Okay, so what we discussed today, in summary, we discussed about the Mandan Rasa and basically Bhoga Tyag and Chapal Sukha, two characteristics of it, and comparison with the Bhakti Rasa. And then we discussed previous to that, actually, we started with the definitions Bhakti, what Prabhupada explained in his Nectar of Instruction, Preface and Introduction. Then Rasa, we discussed what is the meaning of the mellow. So he gave the example of philanthropist, nationalist doing some work, they getting some taste. And Amrita, he discussed as that which is nectar, nectar of bhakti. And Sindhu, that is the ocean, which the devotees enjoy in that ocean. And then we discussed about the Mangala Charan, has three things: Vastu Nirdesh, Ashirvad, and Namaskar. Vastu of this book is Akhil Rasamrit Murti Krishna, the embodiment of all 12 rasas. Okay, and uh, Ashirvad and Namaskar. Yeah, Namaskar, we discussed that he is offering obeisances to Guru, Sanatan Goswami. Then he is offering obeisances to the Lord Chaitanya Devasya, and then he is offering obeisances to the Vaishnavas, Makaras, the sharks, who never look at the insignificant ocean of liberation, insignificant rivers of liberation, sorry. And then Ashirvad. He discussed that all the Makaras, they are not affected by the time, and this book let it refute all the arguments of Gyanis and Karmis, all the Mimamshakas. Okay, and then last we discussed Granth Vivag, that how this book is divided by Rupa Goswami, how Prabhupada divided his book, and now we discussed what are the constituents or the ingredients of rasa. Four constituents or ingredients of rasa. Okay, so any question, any comments, anything? Okay, so next class we will tomorrow we'll discuss about the definition of Uttama Bhakti, and we'll try to understand as Rupa Goswami has defined in his book and Prabhupada explained in NOD. We'll discuss that. This will take itself one class. Okay, and today I think is the second class, and correct Arun Prabhu? Yeah, maybe
Yes,
yes.
yes, will be second class.
Second
Yes.
class. Yeah, we'll try to do
And
it in the
tomorrow's
constrained
class
time.
will be from 11 to 1.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Tomorrow is 11 to 1. Correct. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for joining. So very happy to see all of you,
Thank you.
and very happy now all of you are having, I think, Karthik very good time, and now Karthik is ending obviously, but all of you must have had very good time, very Krishna conscious time. So just continue that same
Yeah.
what if things you got in Karthik,
Right.
and that is the purpose of Karthik is to continue that same throughout the other 11 months. That's how our acharyas
Yeah.
told.
So,
Okay. Hare Krishna.
one
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
One question. Just about all the last sessions, exams, papers, what we had given. Na? So where we
Hmm.
can get the summary of reports about our performances for all the earlier exams and sections.
Oh, you have not received Proji? Okay,
Yeah,
Arun Prabhu, that
yes, I will send
marks.
in group. I will send in
Yeah, yeah,
group.
please send. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, sir. Yes.
yeah. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Anybody want to ask? Okay, thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet at 11 o'clock. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai, Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu ki jai.